I don't think I truly realized how much of my childhood was built on sacrifice and hard work. Even now at this age, I'm so proud of how driven I was, but if there was one thing I could change, I wish I had advocated for myself more. Dear immigrant daughter, hi, how are you? I know you'd automatically reply with, fine, and you? Because that's what we do. We've been taught not to burden others with our struggles, to always check in on everyone else first, especially family. Do you realize how many of us are the backbones of our families? We are our father's person to vent to, our mother's best friend, the caretaker for our younger siblings, and the biggest cheerleader for everyone else's achievements. But sometimes I wonder, what would life be like if things were different? If I were a boy, would I still carry this enormous sense of responsibility? Would I still feel the need to make sacrifices so that others could achieve their goals? I don't know. I'm unsure of a lot of things, but right now, I'm in a stage of life where everything feels stagnant. My career is on hold after graduation, and for the first time, I feel like a burden. Someone who once carried so much responsibility is now struggling to figure out her own path. And I can't help but wonder, was it something I did? Did I make the wrong decision? The wrong choice? This back and forth. Where I should have been. Where I am now. Where I should have been. Where I am now. It haunts me and has led me to ask myself a question I've never truly dared to answer. Who am I when I'm not carrying everyone else's burden? Can I be honest? I don't know. I've spent months trying to answer this question and I still have no idea. Because helping others has always been second nature to me, almost like a habit I couldn't break. A bit of background: I have two siblings, an older sister and a younger brother. As kids, they were always quiet, rarely speaking up about how they truly felt. And as the middle child, I thought it was my duty to do it for them. That's probably why I'm still so protective of them to this day. And while speaking up for others is a great habit, I've realized something painful. Sometimes, when you're so focused on making sure others are heard, you forget to use your own voice. But I've been lucky. In college, I found friends who not only understand what it means to be an immigrant daughter, but also recognize the weight of the burden we carry every single day. And for that, I'm grateful. So, while I continue searching for an answer to this question, I've decided to shift my mindset. Instead of seeing this period of stagnation as a failure, I'm choosing to embrace it as a chance to discover myself for the first time in 22 years. And to every immigrant daughter listening, this space is for us, a place where we can share our burdens, our doubts, and our dreams. Now, I challenge you to answer this question for yourself. Who are you when you're not carrying everyone else's burden? One thing I've learned recently and have started reminding myself is this: if you don't do it, no one will. No one's going to show up with all the answers. No one is going to magically solve everything for you. So let's do the work. Let's figure out who we are, not just as immigrant daughters, but as full, complex, worthy human beings.